柔，于此展露命运的多重奏。一点小心，赞美我吧。超然无数，自命风潮，吹尽一切。一点小心，许愿我。四级月满之时。谢谢你的欣赏，人性之湮灭，坠落吧，恶徒！便由我来见证。一点小惊喜。高天沉垂，是俩汪洋，面向我身，随困战，朝野没落。顺遂，今后愧谢谢你的欣赏，回应于我。谢谢你的欣赏，开演时间到，乐在其中。奇秀吧，坐骑，皆为猎场，随困潮，吹尽一切。前奏优美的和声。一点小惊喜，畏罪。既然一世，才罚尽罪。朝野没落。谢谢你的欣赏，瞧好了，华丽的戏打眼，来，瞧就这样。思维，我的绝艺。便由我来见证，一点小惊喜。谢谢你的欣赏，该我了。开演时间到，他的卷，哈！来，一点小惊喜，秀吧！一盒结界，我即是月亮。优美回声，来，通通回应于我。一点小惊喜， 成造，他的智力会就此退却。一点小意思，通通回应于我。万物皆可为饮，谢谢你的欣赏。人性之至，高天沉锤，别想逃离。真柔，于此展露，随空战。朝野，谢谢你的欣赏。一点小意思，来，朝我拜服。倾泻，华丽的戏子，毁灭，抄袭。一点小意思，来，朝我拜服。随空战。
我想留在大家身边，从
神明夜象轮转之间，我以我为锚点。
水里不息。 水里不息。水里不息。水里不息。水里不息。水里不息。 水里不息。水里不息。水里不息。水里不息。水里不息。 追力不息。追力不息。追力不息。追力不息。追力不息。
我想留在大家身边。
神明或许夜象轮转之间，我以我为锚点。神明或
我想留在大家身边。
神明或许能预言未来。
Oh, hey, what's up? I'm doing okay. I just wanted to finish this event quickly. Ooh, what are you making?
把握好节奏。
Ooh, that sounds so delicious. I'm waiting until 3 o'clock to get lunch because I had an early breakfast. Bro, I've been constantly getting headaches, and I finally don't have a headache today. And I had to catch up on my work. I'm so close to getting, $90. But I'm doing this event first. So I can, get the rest of the asteroids for this game, and then I'm gonna go back to my job.
把握好节奏。
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just, it happens often. I have like constant sinus problems. Even though I had 2 surgeries, it just keeps coming and keeps happening. I guess my doctor didn't do a good enough job getting the cyst out. Well, it's probably because, like, I have, like, a compromised immune system. And so, the immune system fucks me over whenever it's, like, almost near winter. Or if temperatures aren't really good. Or if I'm near a lot of people. Or if I do too much of something. Or really if I just exist. I get sick. I get sick just by doing normal things that people do. Yep. That's my life, though. It's been like that since I was little. I was in and out of the hospital and missing so much of school that they thought I was faking it. It got to the point where I was illiterate. I missed so much school that I was illiterate and I didn't know basic knowledge of what you're supposed to know as a kid. Like, I didn't know what adjectives were. I didn't even know what a pronoun was. In high school, I was like, what's a pronoun? What's an adjective? I didn't know. I didn't even know how to divide properly. I could multiply and add, because that shit's easy, but I had to memorize the tables to pass the quizzes, because I couldn't understand it. Because I missed so much school as a kid that it just... I didn't know the formulas, I didn't know anything, and you know how, like, school, like, stacks up on itself? So the previous year you learn about something and then it stacks up the next year. Well, I didn't have the context, so I literally had to just struggle, snail pace through every year that came next. And they're like, why don't you know this from the previous year? And I'm like, I was at the hospital and sick. The fuck? So that happened. Oh, like, one day, I remember they were telling me how many days I missed in elementary school, and I don't know what year it was. I think it was my 5th year. And they said I was gone more than 200 days out of 365, which is fucking crazy. So they called the Child Protective Services and the cops because they thought there was some crazy shit happening, but really I was just sick that much. I was just sick a lot. My dad's a lawyer, so he scared them off by threatening to sue the school. But yeah, that was really crazy. I only learned what a pronoun or adjective was because I was reading in high school. I was reading something on Wattpad. Nah, they were like, "Fuck you." Anyway, so I was reading something on Wattpad, which is what I used to write and stuff, and it was like kind of ass, and no fucking joke, no joke. I was like, I can write something better, and that's how my career started. It wasn't like I was good at writing, right? Because I didn't know what an adjective was. I didn't know what pronouns were in high school. I was basically illiterate. I had speech problems because I can't read correctly. I couldn't even, I stuttered a lot, and I was shy and stuff. Like, I was the person farthest away from making writing my career, and it was only because I said, you suck. I could write better. Well, at least maybe 1 or 2% of those absences, it was because of bullying, or because I didn't want to go that day. But the rest of it, was all medical issues. Because I was also bullied and sick. And so it was like a double whammy, because I was a nerd. And back then, manga and liking anime and shit and video games for a girl was like taboo. Oh, yeah. Well, this whole time, until I was 17, I didn't know I had autism, right? So I thought it was just ADHD. But no, I have both, so that's cool. So this whole time I thought I just had one. But no, I had both. And then I had dyslexia and OCD. And after I got some incidents happened, I got PTSD, and then I got what's that acronym? SDD, severe depression disorder. Yeah. Gotta catch them all, but it's all medical issues. Anyway, so yeah, bottom of the story is I was sick a lot, and I was basically illiterate. And then, out of spite of someone sucking with plot lines and not being able to how to write a story, I said I'm gonna do better than that. And actually, one of my first stories has 30K now, 30K viewers right now. It's my most popular. I have a few that are like inching towards that, but it's the longest one, so I don't even have like YouTube views close to that, so. But technically Wattpad in all my stories that are very popular technically is a resume. It counts as a resume of how consistent and productive and popular my writing is. So I put that on Indeed, and then when I thought I was gonna get a computer, then I signed up to do like away from at home stuff, and I got like more than 80 job offers. But at the time, I thought I was gonna get the computer like that month, but I didn't because bills got in the way. But it's good to know that my writing and my public writing is like popular enough to help me get a job when I do get my PC. Wow, we just went on like a gigantic tirade. Oh my god, I remember something about missing so much school. So my reading level was fucking awful, obviously, because I missed so much school. I couldn't barely read. And apparently, my reading level was so bad in school that they said I couldn't read. I couldn't learn a foreign language. They said I would never be able to, because they basically insinuated that I was stupid. Pay over amount of time system or something? I don't know what you mean by that. What does that even mean? So, like, they told me I couldn't learn another language because I was too stupid. But then I learned a little bit of German on my own so I could talk to my cousins. But that never happened because they never came over. They were supposed to, but then COVID happened, so all that shit fucking went out the window. But I know a little bit of German, and I can read it, kind of. Like, beginning phrases and words I can read, which is kind of trippy to me, because I go from illiterate and people saying I'm never gonna make it as a writer, and then I have thousands of people reading every week and month and day, and then I'm not making money from it yet, but that shit takes time. I have a few people that bought books, but people hate reading books, apparently. Reading will come back. It always comes back. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. All those people are like, "You're never gonna make it as a writer," because I was illiterate, and then I'm like doing good. Oh yeah, I guess you could, but we're like really tight in money. Like, it's so tight that I'm helping to pay bills. Like, I pay my own bills, right? But my mom spent her money like a idiot, and so I'm helping to pay her bills this month, which is crazy. I'm literally saving our ass. It's insane. Before I got this like mini job, I was like that neat person that stays in their mom's basement, but instead of a basement, it's my room. But like, but then I found this like money like beta testing game website, and I've been making bank, like better than I mean, not hundreds of dollars, but it's like enough to pay for my bills. Like I can pay for PlayStation 5 Plus, so I can play with you and like play other games, and then I also can pay for my Spotify, and then storage for my phone, and like a few other things for me. I'm not a freeloader anymore. And I help pay for some of the utilities. Dude, there's a lot of happening in this game. And this is the hell version? This is so easy. I got the perfect combo. They can't even get near me. Well, I'm not the kind of person that can move out, right? Because I have so many health issues. I literally can't move on my own, or I might die. Yeah, I get it. Also, I had a car, my own car. I had my own license. Everything was going great, but every time I try to get to freedom, the life is like, fuck you. So my ex happened, and then I got into like I was already diagnosed with severe depression disorder, so it got worse. Because he like did irreparable damage to my mental state. And so I literally didn't want to leave my house. And it got to the point where I can't leave my house most of the time because I get sick. Like right now, I think I'm a little sick. And so I wasn't driving my car. And I had my learner's license, but not my full license because I was training. I was doing like the anime training to become to get my full license, and then he happened, and then I got into my head, and then my car stopped working. Just the very day I was gonna drive my car and practice for the test, my car stops working, and I'm like, "Are you? No way! What the shit?" And then I find out that the battery is not working. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We just replaced the battery. And it was around like November last year. And I'm like, what? It's not meant to be, bro. It's the sign from the Norse gods or something. It's not meant to be. I was just about to practice today, take the test next week, and it's just not meant to be, I guess. So it got really bad with the bills and shit, right? And I had to do like a medical thing, and it got to the point where I had to sell my car to my neighbor who's like a real bad guy. Like, he's like a pervert, and he's like a really bad. Anyways, I sold my car, and it was supposed to pay for my PC last year and all this shit. But then I had to pay for medical bills because of like, I think it was a surgery, and then I had to do dental work. And then I had to help pay for the bills of the house. So last year I was supposed to get a PC, but life got in the way. So this year, surely at the end of this year, surely I'll get a PC. Surely life won't get in the way. Knock on wood. Oh, so it goes up? Hell mode goes up, and so how long I survive, it just... Interesting. I've never done it before. Oh my god, my dental work was literally $2 fucking grand, and that was most of the money I got from my car. I was like, are you fucking serious? I was about to lose my mind. I was like, no fucking shot, dude. God damn it. $2 grand is insane. And they wanted to do more and suck more of my soul out. I was like, nah, bro. Nah, I'm just gonna have to have fucked up teeth, bro. I mean, I got it eventually. We did a payment plan, but oh my god. Holy shit. It was... my teeth have been fucked up ever since of, like, my braces, right? So my teeth took too long than they were supposed to readjust. And then I got, like some places you can't, like, brush. And so I got, like, fucked up shit. And then I had to get my molars out. Only had 2, thank God. I'm not one of the people that got, like, 4 wisdom teeth. Sorry. Wisdom teeth. I had to get my 2 wisdom teeth out. But one of my teeth was, like, in the way, and I had to get out my back molar on my top right. I had to take it out, so I don't have a tooth up there, and so it's like a domino effect, right? Because you wouldn't think it would be such a big deal losing one tooth back there, but that's how I eat, right? So I'm a right-sided kind of person, so I had to adjust my eating style to eat on the right side, since it's my dominant side. So I had to change everything up, which fucked up my bite. Somehow, over time, I would bite in a weird way, because I don't have a tooth up there. So when I smile, it's a little, like, to the, like, the right. It's not an overbite, but it's, like, a little crooked, because I don't have a tooth up there, and it's, like, I don't know. So that's messed up. And so that's why the dental was so fucked up, because... So, like, they were just trying to suck me dry of money that I literally didn't have. Jesus Christ. Well, actually, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. If healthcare is free, they have to make money somehow. And teeth is, like, really expensive, right? So the government's got to get money from something that's medical, right? Gotta make sense. Is that a lot? I don't make enough money to be able to pay taxes. I only make the average of 400 a month, and I think I need to make... No, not 400, sorry. Average of $50 a month. Whoa, what? That's crazy. You get taxed a lot then, huh? See, this is also like I don't do math well. I've never did the percentages right. I don't know how to do percentage math because of missing so much of it in school. I just usually just nod my head in conversations and then have them do the math instead for me. That doesn't make me like stupid. I just didn't learn it because I was gone from school. And it's harder, it's scientifically harder for someone my age to learn something if their attention span is fucking crazy low. It's honestly a miracle that I learned a little German. Yeah, I can use math. I can do measuring math, right? So I can cook at percentages and stuff like that. I can do practical math, right? Hands-on math in real-world life. But I can't do it on a fucking piece of paper. Also, I had, like, testing anxiety. Probably why I got low percentages. Honestly, I don't know how the fuck I passed high school. I don't know. I don't know how I did it. Couldn't tell you. I don't know what my GPA is either. It was during I passed high school during COVID. So I didn't really ask for numbers, you know what I mean? Yeah. I know practical smarts. Because I had to grow up really fast in my household. Oh, and I know like certain things like about aerodynamics because I did a lot of Girl Scouts. Like I know like specific things. That mean like, doesn't make me a scientist, but like, it helps me writing like things about like shooting arrows through the sky or some shit. Ooh, shit. Oh my god, we're surviving so long! Holy shit! I wonder what we get for surviving so long. We gotta get something, right? You're not dumb. Like, I'm really good at writing, but it took a lot of practice. Like, practice make perfect analogy was completely right. I thought those people were, like, patronizing as hell, but it's true. Like, I was so fucking illiterate, I could barely write my name. It was, like, so bad, and my writing was, like, physical writing, penmanship was god-awful, bro. Crazy. So, if I can make a career, or semi-career, in writing, people actually buy my books, then, like, anyone can do anything. I was literally, the system called me stupid as fuck. They thought I was a lost cause. Literally, a teacher to my face said, "You're not gonna make it." Yeah. Everyone's good at something. And if you're not good at something, you can train to be good at something. Maybe not like rocket science, but you could understand the basics of how aerodynamics work. Yeah, a literal teacher said to my face, I can't help you, you're gonna fail. And then I failed that year because she gave up on me because I was gone more than 200 days of school. She thought I was a slacker, and then the school found out I was literally like immune compromised. And then she felt like shit afterwards, but it was already too late. Oh my god, I was in the dumb class, right? Because my... because of other things. Because of my ADHD and stuff. They thought I was fucking mentally retarded because... being absent so many days, I didn't know anything. So, I was in the dumb class. Oh my god, we survived for 12 minutes. So I was in the dumb class, and I was so self-aware. Not the retarded class, but the class above it, the dumb class, where all the people are like, what's 2 + 2? I was in that class, which is so fucking awful, because I was more self-aware of everyone. I didn't know I had autism at the time, which is a different type of handling compared to ADHD. So I was excelling at an exceptional rate, to the point where, like, they're like, you gotta be above average IQ. You're too smart for this class. And so, in high school, they put, like, late high school. It was, like, already after freshman and junior, sophomore. I think I was in junior class or something. And they're like, okay, we're moving you to the regular class. And so I went from people reading for me, because my comprehension for reading was so fucking ass, and, like, helping me with questions, to doing everything myself. And I was like, fucking flashbang to the face, because I was like, what the fuck? And I couldn't ask them to read questions, because I don't understand when people read. When I read a question, I overthink the question. I am thinking multiple outcomes of every question I read, and I'm misunderstanding every question I read. So I'm just like, oh, do they mean it like this, or do they mean it like this? And I don't know what context they mean questions. So I when they explained it in what context, I was like, oh shit, that makes sense. And then I get the answer. But I didn't have that anymore. So I was like, what the fuck? And so I went from having straight A's to fail, F, barely C, F, and they're like, why are you doing bad? Because you moved me to the fucking normal class. What do you fucking mean? Why am I doing bad? You fucking assholes. I literally, in the meeting room, I begged them to not do this to me, because I knew I was gonna fail. The only reason why I was doing good on tests is because they were explaining the questions. Explaining, like, because I was absent so many times, I didn't know how to read correctly, I guess. I don't remember, but it was bad. So I went from straight A and B's to C's and F's. So I had to do summer school like twice or 3 times. And, oh my god, something really bad happened. And so I had to drop out completely for my junior year and then come back. So that was crazy. And so I had to graduate late. I was going to graduate early at 17 and I graduated late at 19. It was like, what? No. I was on track. No. And I graduated during COVID. So I didn't get to have prom. As if I was gonna go. All the people I knew already graduated since I had to repeat. And then, I also didn't get to get my graduation ceremony that everyone gets because of COVID. They were gonna have it, but it was during the time where people were like, if I step outside with a compromised immune system, I'm fucked. Oh yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I had a compromised immune system and COVID. Yeah, I was like, nah, bro, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going to that. It's just not happening. But this has been a great tangent, but we finished the 2 events and, actually 3 events. We did all 3 events. Which means I'm done here. Alright, well, be sure to check the description down below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace!